Stop recording. Speech off.
Hello guys, it's Beyond Sight, and today, well, I don't know if I am getting a Notaker yet, I don't know. It'll be an old one, trust me, it'll be, I looked for a Braille and Speak Scholar, which was, I don't know, it's probably one of the older ones. It doesn't have double talk or anything, but, I mean, it's probably going to be like the Braille and Speak 2000, but I don't know. Who am I kidding? I mean, I'm not the one that knows too much about it. There are several different models. There's the Braille and Speak, the original, that was updated in 1993. Last updated in 1993. The 1995 and the 1996 versions of the Braille and Speak. The 2000 Braille and Speak. The Braille and Speak Scholar. The Braille and Speak Scholar with double talk, which that was released back in 2004. I don't suppose that there have been any newer ones. It says it's a Blazy Braille and Speak Scholar, so when it says Blazy, I think it means like a voice that is like very monotone. Like one pitch only, monotone. It's only one tone. But if I get it, I get it, okay? I mean, like, it's from what I read, it has a case, a charger, and a manual. So, I mean, it better be in Braille, because if it isn't, well, I can look up the manual. For some reason, the only one that I found is the 2000 version manual. It's online if you want to go look it up. Lazy Engineering is the original name for the company. So, if you want to go look it up, just look up Braille and Speak Scholar. I don't even know if it's the one with double talk. I just looked up Braille and Speak Scholar on eBay, and it just led me to that one link. So, I sent it to someone I know that usually hooks me up with the stuff, and I told him, well, it's not that expensive, so I'm going to see about if we can try to work out getting that thing. So, this will be the start of reviewing some old technology, a new perspective on old technology. Like I said, the Braille and Speak, it actually has to delete a character. I don't know how to do that. There's a way to do it. Whether it be to go to the delete menu and choosing an option, or what have you, I don't know what it's going to be, but, well, I can't wait for that. No way. Can't wait for that. No way. I just can't wait for this thing, period. It's going to be refreshed service is what it said. I don't know what it means. Like maybe it's pre-owned, but it's a machine. I mean, you really can't get these brand new anymore. If they do, then that means it is very expensive, and hardly ever do you ever come across something like that. And yes, on eBay, they do sell Braille devices on eBay. So if you're a blind person wanting to look for a Braille display or a Braille Notaker, go ahead and search eBay. Depending on where you live, there will be different results. For example, if you're living in the United Kingdom, which I do not, uh, there'd probably be a lot of things. But let me tell you, they actually sold a $950 barely used Braille Note Apex. Am I going to get it? No, it's too expensive, even for that price. It even had a bundle, but well, who would spend about almost $1,000 on a Notaker when you can at least spend about maybe less than $200 on a Notaker? I mean, they do have them for like $500, but I think it's like I think they have like a voice note from Humanware that's like $500-600. But what I'm looking for is an old piece of technology. I'm talking like a Braille and Speak, a Blazy Braille and Speak is what I'm not really looking for, but Braille and Speak Scholar, APH Scholar. So I think it would say APH Scholar Ready Help is open or whatever. I don't know what it'll say, but it's gonna be really weird if I get one of those devices and it turns out to be dead. I mean, there's bound to be a charger for it because I mean, if it has double talk, so I can't do polls right now because number one, I run over 1,000 subscribers. But you know what I could do? Comment down below if any of you guys that are blind have used a Braille and Speak. You know, one of those old note takers that APH released or whatever. I mean, APH and Blazy Engineering, I guess now known as Freedom Scientific, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, it was on Freedom Scientific's website. It was, maybe they were formerly known as Blazy Engineering. Let me know in the comments. Was Freedom Scientific formerly known as Blazy Engineering back in 2000? Let me know, because I really want to know. And besides, Freedom Scientific has their own Notaker. It is the L Braille, the L Braille. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say quickly. L Braille. A Notaker for Windows. A Notaker that runs Windows. I mean, that's just cool. Crazy. That basically runs off of a Focus 40 or 14 or whatever. I got a Focus 40, so if I were to get one of those, which I don't think I will be able to, but if I did end up getting one, which I doubt, then I'd already have the Braille display portion. I would just need to get the L Braille docking station, but well, I mean, like literally, I I enjoy old technology. Now, depending on how used it was, there was an untested one which cost like $73, and I didn't want to take that chance because an untested one usually means it doesn't work, or they just haven't tested it and they just haven't cleaned it. People get used things all the time, whether it be technology clothes, toys, games, cars, electronics, you name it. Even used phones. I know someone that doesn't like used stuff. I mean, you have to get what you have to get if there's not very much available. It would be cool if they had a Braille Note Apex for about $150. That would be cool. But then again, that would be cheap. I've never had a Braille and Speak before, so if I ever get that, this will be the first time ever looking at a Braille and Speak. Any model of the Braille and Speak. But if it's the double talk version, I'll be glad, because then I can look at AAA Technology Masters videos, not videos, but video about it, or I can look at Gallagher 123123's video. But AAA Technology Master does a whole lot more in-depth review of it than Gallagher 123123. But I'm not trying to compare them. I'm just saying who does more. Now, RML 695 had done a review of the original Braille and Speak, as far as I know it was. But he said, since it said that it didn't go past the year 2000, I'm kind of worried that this one won't go past the year 2000. But I bet it will. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Who cares? I'm not really going to be using it that much except for a review purpose or something. I plan to do an iPad video, but that won't be until way later. Way later. On another iPad, because I think Apple devices are kind of getting boring around here. I've already got a few. I am down to one iPod. I got pretty much one of every single Apple device, except for a Mac and Apple TV and HomePod. I gotta give credit where credit is due. There was one time when me and that person that usually hooks me up found a Braille and Speak Scholar with double talk, but that's out of school. Oh boy. That was last year though. Almost last year. That was almost a year ago. But this year, I don't care if it goes past the year 2000 or not. But then again, sometimes I do care. Because, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it does. If it's a Scholar, then, I mean, there are a few different versions. There are probably two different versions of the Scholar. There's the regular one, just like the Braille and Speak, like the regular Braille and Speak. And then there is the one with double talk. But I'd have to find out when this one was last. Because usually the help file tells what year this, there's a way that you can get the revision model. Like, the one with double talk had a revision year of 2004. I'm kind of curious. Because I wanted to do a different video. But if this thing doesn't go past the year 2000, what options do I have? I mean, it's not like I'm going to be using it heavily. I mean, the 2000 version of the Braille and Speak has 746. Don't quote me on this, but 746 or 748 I think it's 746 kilobytes of RAM. I mean memory, but then flash, it's 2 megabytes. So, I'm gonna have to find out how much memory is on the Brilliant Speak Scholar, because to me, I mean, yes, this can only do files if you're wanting to talk about like entertainment and stuff. It doesn't have any games as far as I know, and even if it did, they'd probably be lame. But I heard it can have an external disk drive, but I don't have one of those, and I do not think that I can hook this up to a modem. I don't think there's a modem here, but if there is, I don't think the modem that I have would. Connect to something like a Braille and Speak from like 2002 or 2003 or 2004, because that's a long time ago. And the manual that I've read about the 2001 is so old that it even says floppy disk. No one uses those anymore. In fact, computers are starting to lose USB ports. I mean, they lost CD drives. No computer has a CD drive anymore. Modern day computers are starting to lose CD drives. Now you can't make a CD. Everything has to be on flash drives. USB flash drives. I fell in love with a USB flash drive about almost 6 years ago. Ouch, that's a lot. And 2 megabytes of flash storage, and 786 kilobytes of like of memory. I mean, that's very little compared to today. I mean, that's very little. Not even a gigabyte. I mean, come on. I mean, you got 2 megabytes. I mean, it can hold a lot for what it's saying. But I'm not saying if I get that Braille and Speak Scholar, I'm not saying that's how much it has, but that's an example of what one Braille and Speak has. From what I heard, it can hold up to 30 files, but I don't know, maybe that's the original. And yes, the Braille and Speak does have internet. It has internet, but you can't connect it. I mean, you can't get to the internet without it being hooked to something. You have to hook it up to a modem, and I don't want to hook it up to a modem just to get internet access. And besides, if I were to take it somewhere, I wouldn't be able to connect it to a modem anyway. Besides, this stuff is old. I mean, it's got like I think they got like 2 serial ports, a headphone jack that also works as a way to talk to another Braille and speaker. I don't know. Although I don't think the internet access had like YouTube or anything, because that Braille and Speak was made before YouTube. Although maybe it could have gotten an update for that, but I have no idea. I wouldn't even know how to access the internet on a Braille and Speak, even if it was plugged into a modem. So, most note takers nowadays like the Braille Note Apex is the most modern Notaker, period. That it was the last known Notaker in the old Notaker lineup in 2015. I think it received updates to like maybe 2016. I have no idea. But I just like note takers in general. I mean, it's not that bad, but now the only things I'd be using a Braille and Speak for would be to look at settings, and if I find out that it really is one with double talk, I'll be happy. But the thing is, what if I wanted to connect it to the internet? Again, I don't think there's a modem. I don't think that modem that is here in this place, I don't think there even is one, but if there was a modem in this place, then I don't think it would connect to a, I don't know, somewhere between 16 to 15 to 20-year-old device. Although maybe I'm miscalculated, but I don't know. Maybe there is a way you can do it, but I don't know. This thing probably doesn't even have Bluetooth, and it's so old. It probably just doesn't. I might be using anywhere from a 15 to 22-year-old device. I might keep looking for old technology, but, well, maybe this one is enough. Can't wait to look at it and mess around with it. I don't want to break it or anything. Because, I mean, it probably doesn't even have a Braille display. And I have a couple of modern computers. I'm not saying what they are. I just have a couple of modern computers that probably wouldn't even work with it. Because since they're modern, I'm not saying they're brand new or not, but since they're modern, I don't think they connect to the Braille and Speak anyway. Besides, I don't think there's even a port for that. And besides, it didn't even come with a cable like that. It's going to be used. It's going to be rechargeable, as with every other, as is with every other device that is rechargeable. There have been rechargeable devices since probably the 1970s or 80s, probably. I mean, come on. I think since the 1980s, there have been rechargeable devices. They've been around longer than I thought. Maybe not. I mean, probably one of the first was probably the first rechargeable device for blind people. I think probably was the Braille and Speak, because I mean it's not that old and it's not that new either. It's more of the oldest note-taker in the world for blind people. Most sighted people use a pencil and paper or pen and paper while blind people had to type on a metal Perkins typewriter. That was invented in 1951, almost 70 years ago. Now, if I could see the original Perkins Brailler, now, that would be cool. If I could actually get my hands on the original. I'm talking original. Now, I do have one over there in the corner, but it's not that, I don't even know when it was made. Probably in the 1990s or 2000s, early 2000s. They have a newer version of the Perkins Brailler called the Smart Brailler that talks as well as someone writing with it. That was made in 2012. There's also a plastic version which is a little lighter. It helps with typing on it, I guess. I think it was made like 2009 or 2010, I don't know. But I used one once, and the handle, as it turned out, was on the bottom. Now, devices for the blind actually extended further than that. Even Louis Braille used a Slaton stylus, which all it was just, I mean, you had to do everything by hand. There wasn't anything that did it for you. You had to manually press the dots accordingly. You had to press down onto the paper, and you had to do it backwards, just so that when you turned it around, it would be float. And that would even be hard for me. And it only gave you 4 lines. After that, you had to go past that. I mean, that even existed in the 1830s, 1840s. Way back in the 1800s, I guess. There's even a plastic one. But the metal one, I think, is better. Because it really gives it that Stone Age feel, I guess. I don't know, I just get tired of talking about this stuff. Oh, well, I guess that's it. Let's do this for old time's sake. Ow! Dude! Ow! 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 Jeez. I just pulled a rubber band and made my skin hurt. Ow. Alright, get off of my hand, you stupid. This is Beyond Sight signing off.